This pasta has over 1 million views on Facebook.
Cover these noodles with water.
They're not noodles, my friend, they are fusilli.
You gotta wash the chicken, but it's actually recommended that you don't wash chicken.
Washing the chicken, it will only do bad. It will spread germs.
Get in there with our hands, grab some out, and just spread it over the top.
Avoid shredded mozzarella, please. They should not be allowed.
Yuck!
It's time to react to the chicken parmesan casserole that broke the internet. This pasta has over 1 million views on Facebook, more than my nonna lasagna. Can you believe it? Look at the likes, 8,000 likes, look at the comments. As soon as I hear the American accent, I just know it's going to be awful. Oh my God. Always wash your chicken. Oh no. No, guys. Don't listen to butchers, guys. There are people that have been trained to work in kitchens, okay? For me to work in restaurants and have my own business, I had to go through trainings and always have to do trainings to make sure I always remind myself how to handle food. And chicken is one of the most dangerous ingredients that you can use in your kitchen. It can spread salmonella. You don't want that. You don't want your friends to have salmonella. So cleaning, washing the chicken, especially with detergents and bleaches and whatever, it's only bad. It will spread more germs. The only way to remove germs from the chicken is to cook it correctly. All right, let's watch the video. I'm already a bit worried, so let's watch the video now.
We're gonna pour 1 bag of uncooked.
Okay, it's using Rao homemade fusilli. Apparently Rao is a very good pasta brand. So I reviewed the sauce and I wasn't impressed, but it was okay. You know, I prefer to make my own sauce, but it was okay for a commercial brand. The pasta, to be honest, it looked okay.
Pasta into your casserole dish. We're gonna get 1 24-ounce jar of your favorite marinara sauce.
Marinara.
We're gonna fill that entire jar with water.
That's Carbone. That's another famous big brand in USA.
Get all that marinara sauce out, and we're just gonna give that a quick shake and pour that directly on top. We're gonna cover these noodles with water.
They're not noodles, my friend, they are fusilli. Noodles is noodles, long. You can call it spaghetti noodles or tagliatelle or fettuccine, but these fusilli, they're not noodles, you understand? Now, I'm not a fan of casserole pastas, but I know lots of you love it, okay? So I'm trying to understand what you like about it, okay? But if you want to follow this process, what this guy is doing so far is not wrong. He's adding liquid, so the water, to make sure the pasta cooks, and he's adding the sauce that he didn't make. But so far, what he did, it makes sense to me and it's okay. I hope he used the right amount of water, but the water you needed to cook the pasta correctly.
Cover these noodles with water. We're gonna get our uncooked chicken breast. I have 1.5 pounds here, and you're just gonna trim this. We're just cutting all this chicken into bite-sized pieces.
I personally don't like to treat the chicken this way. I like to use a chopping board and cut the chicken with a knife carefully, using scissors. I'm not a big fan, but that's personal, okay? But the scissors have to be very washed, have to be clean as well, you know? So usually the knife is very clean. Now with your scissors, make sure you clean it very well and there's no bacteria or germs on your scissors.
No need to wash the chicken. A lot of people in my comments tell me you gotta wash the chicken, but it's actually recommended that you don't wash chicken.
He's so right. Do not wash your chicken. We spoke about this before. Washing a chicken, it will only do bad. It will spread germs in your kitchen and it's not good at all, okay? Now, what he's doing with the chicken like that, I would have used a different type of meat for this pasta. For example, I would have used beef mince. I would have used a ground beef or ground pork, or I would have used sausages. Now, I'm not gonna make a chicken casserole pasta like this, but if I was going to use chicken, I will cut the chicken even smaller, like small, maybe into cubes. That's why you need a knife, okay? Small, as small as you can. So you want basically the chicken to kind of disappear in the sauce, like a ragu.
We're gonna season this generously with salt. I'm gonna get all that chicken coated. Some cracked black pepper.
So far it's good.
There we go. And I'm using granulated garlic powder. You can season this with Italian seasoning if you want.
Now, there's no such thing like Italian seasoning. The reason why I love casseroles like this is because you're missing out on flavors and steps. So in this way, I know the sauce is already done, but I would have cooked the chicken in a pan with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, some garlic, and maybe some white wine, okay? When the chicken will be a little, not completely cooked, but at least a little browned or cooked a little bit, then you add the sauce and mix it together, okay? But adding a raw chicken like that into the sauce, to me, is completely wrong. You're missing out an important step, and you're actually not adding flavor to the chicken.
This is good enough for me. I'm gonna give that a quick mix. And you wanna just make sure everything is nice and coated. Our oven is preheated.
Like this, the chicken will cook. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna cook. The chicken is going to cook. It's just that you, to save time, which you don't really do, like to be lazy, that you don't need to be lazy, you're going to miss on flavors, taste. Just for what? Because you didn't want to wash a pan? No. Why do you have to go through this process? Because you don't want to wash a fry pan or a pot?
Coated. Our oven is preheated to 425 degrees. We're gonna cover this, cook it for 30 minutes, come back and add some toppings.
Look, I'm pretty sure it's going to cook well. Again, I know you like chicken, but I would have used a sausage mince or ground beef or ground pork. But let's see.
All right, it's been 30 minutes in the oven and we should be done. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, you guys. Our chicken and our pasta are fully cooked.
To be honest, the pasta doesn't look like it's been stuck to the pan, so it's a good sign. So far, it's the best casserole, chicken pasta casserole I've seen on the internet so far. Not saying nothing that go, oh wow. Like if you really want to be this lazy and you're into these casserole pastas, so far I don't mind it. I'm against it because I don't want my family to eat this, and I will never serve this to my family. But I know there's millions of you who love this type of cooking. So far, there's nothing to criticize, apart from the fact that he's missing flavors on the chicken. And I would have done it differently, but yeah. At least you could have marinated the chicken. Cut it smaller, marinate the chicken with some flavors, and then you add it in.
Step here before our next step. This is so easy and quick, and your entire family is gonna absolutely love it. We have some shredded mozzarella cheese. We're just gonna coat this thing. We're gonna do about a cup and a half on top.
Try to use good mozzarella. Just use fresh mozzarella and cut it, or you can use a dry mozzarella that you still cut. Buying shredded cheese like this, I don't recommend you. Read the ingredients, it's so bad. You're basically putting plastic on that pasta. Avoid shredded mozzarella, please.
Get in there with our hands, grab some out, and just spread it over the top.
It should not even be called mozzarella shredded. I don't understand why they do that. They should not be allowed.
Yeah.
Cannot have chicken parm without lots of cheese. Now I have some panko breadcrumbs. I like these because they're extra crispy, but if you prefer, you can use Italian breadcrumbs, whatever you like. We're gonna do a cup.
So far I'm liking what he's doing, and the panko is good too. I do like panko sometimes too. Honestly, it's up to you. But so far this guy has been good.
On top, get a nice even layer. Now I have about half a stick of melted butter. This is just gonna help crisp up those breadcrumbs. We're just gonna drizzle.
This guy has cooking experience, which is good. Let me tell you one thing, okay? So for a pasta like this, the fusilli is not the right pasta to use. For a pasta like this, you need to use rigatoni, maybe penne, or some kind of, larger pasta, maybe conchiglioni, the shells. Fusilli is just not right because this is a baked pasta, and fusilli don't hold, like the rigatoni or the shells, they stay together compact, and when you cut it, they kind of have a lasagna slice. That's what you want to get from a pasta bake.
It doesn't have to coat everything perfectly. We just want to add some of that yummy flavor and add a nice crisp to this. Now we're going to top with some freshly grated Parmesan cheese.
Guys, to be honest, for something, to be honest, he's doing everything good.
This is going to form a really nice crust on top too. Our oven is still preheated to 425 degrees. We're going to throw this in until that.
What I would have done before all of this, I would have added some basil in the mix. Before you add the cheese and the panko and everything else, I would have just added some basil to give some flavors, okay?
All right, you guys, I went about 15 minutes because I wanted that nice and golden.
Very crispy.
Listen to that sizzle, you guys. We have a nice crispy crust.
I didn't hear it, did you?
We are going to top with some parsley. Yes, I have cleaned my kitchen shears. Do not worry.
Thank you for letting me know. Now, parsley on top like that doesn't really do much. And to be honest, for a pasta like this, when there's sauce involved, I would have used basil. Parsley can still be used. I'm not saying it's wrong, but for this type of dish, I would have said basil, okay? But again, if you want to use the herb like parsley, put it before you add the cheese, mix the pasta together, and then you add the cheese on top and you cover it. Adding parsley on top like that, it's kind of useless.
Parsley is going to give a little nice flavor, some nice color. There we go. And that looks delicious, you guys. This is going to be so crispy. We are going to just cut into this thing. Listen to that crunch too. Oh my gosh. Scoop out a portion. Look at that, you guys. Right into our bowl. We're gonna go an extra.
Honestly, why are you using a soup bowl to have such a dish? Why don't you have a normal plate? I don't understand. Why do you have a soup bowl for this dish?
We're gonna go an extra large portion here. Just scoop it right out, right on top. And look at that.
I don't get it. To be honest, I don't like casseroles pastas. I'm against it. I would never recommend you to do it. But because lots of you do it, and I don't want to fight with you guys, to be honest, it is the best casserole pasta dish I've seen online so far. So well done. Well done, Kyle, for doing a good job. But again, I will never make this in my life. I will never serve this to my family ever in my life. But his ideas, his methods using to make this, it's good. It works. It didn't do nothing like, oh my God, outrageous. It's just not something pleasant for me, but I know it's a big deal to make casserole pastas in USA, so you can follow this guy.
And that chicken is cooked perfectly. That is so good, you guys.
I believe it will please many of you out there. This dish is not going to please me, but I'm sure it will please many of you who are used to this. And if I come to your house and you make this for me, I'm not going to be the happiest, but I'm pretty sure I can survive. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this type of casserole dishes. And honestly, do you wash your chicken? Because if you do, you have to be worried, you know? Like, be careful, okay? You can spread salmonella, you can spread germs around your house. Please, do you wash your chicken? Let me know in the comment below. What's this thing about washing the chicken on meat? Who put this into your head? Huh? Let me know in the comment below. Let's start this conversation, because we need to fix it, okay? I don't want to see anyone washing chickens ever again, or any meat. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I will see you on the next Vincenzo's Plate video recipe. E ora si mangia. Vincenzo's Plate.